King, topnetworkersgroup.com, CEO and founder, here to share some information with everyone on my channel. This is important information. I'm a stickler for doing things in network marketing the right way. I feel like when we're not doing things the right way, it harms the entire industry. And if we really want an industry that can rival corporate America, if we really want an industry um, that people can look to and can turn to, especially in economic uncertainty, it's important that we protect our profession. That being said, one of the things that I've come to realize in the past 48 hours is I'm exactly where I need to be. And even though there have been plenty of people who don't like stuff I do, including what I'm doing right now, which is exposing someone in network marketing, people like me are necessary. And I'm not trying to, stroke my own ego here, but I happened to watch a video just the other day, a TED Talk from a gentleman named Adam Gant, and I highly recommend that you guys track this TED Talk down. Depending on how I feel, I may even link it up in the show notes here in the description, because this video will be on YouTube, and I'll probably throw it on the Top Networkers Group page over on Facebook as well, because this again is an important message. This is an example of how you do not do network marketing, especially as a leader in network marketing. One of the reasons I started Top Networkers Group, some of you have heard this story. I'm gonna give you the short version out here today. Um, I started Top Networkers Group because the people who I was building a network marketing business with were basically stealing people out of my downline for side opportunities. Okay, so we had a partnership. We worked together. We built a team, and the two gentlemen I was working with saw some side opportunities that they wanted to pursue, and they started thinking about themselves and how much money they could make, right? And started emailing the entire downline, which includes my downline. And listen, there are people with different philosophies in business. What we're talking about right now are morals. We're talking about ethics. And you see, I came into an industry that spent time talking about how important it was for ethics. Back in 1999, there was a lot of negativity about network marketing. There was no internet, or at least functioning at the speed it's at now. There was no DSL. There was no high speed internet. Internet was still very slow in 1999. So people weren't really able to understand um, this model as much then as they do now. And even now, I think people still don't get it because they're doing stuff like this, right? But we talked about ethics. One of the reasons why is because we had to be ethical. Otherwise, we were getting shut down. Okay, and I would argue in the past 10 years things have been a little bit loosey goosey. Again, if you follow our channel, if you follow our page, if you read our blog at Top Networkers Group, we have been telling you about things like the FCC rulings and how the FCC is now paying attention to network marketing. We told you about some of the things that MLM attorney Kevin Thompson has shared with us in the industry about how some of the things going down at Herbalife and some of the things that happen with Vima impact us as an industry. And I'm telling you guys, you have to be careful with how you go about doing business. And this is one of the main reasons I fall out with network marketers, is because they don't care about these types of details. They'll say things to me like, we don't own our downline. And that's true. I don't own anyone that partners up with me. Instead, what I'm expecting from people is for you to be intelligent enough to understand that no, I don't own you, but if we're partners, there are certain ethics that go along with being partners. There is a communication, there's trust, there's loyalty, there's things like you don't backstab your partners, you don't take money out of your partners' bank accounts, you don't take people out of their downlines. That's a principle thing. There's some folks that'll listen to that and say, shit, I'm gonna do what I want to do, Al. And that's fine, but please understand, It's not ethical. Okay? And this is what's going on here. This is a gentleman named Peter Lamb. Peter Lamb has been around internet marketing for quite some time now. I believe I used to be friends with him on Facebook. I believe I deleted him for doing stuff like this, just being an all-around sleazeball in the industry. And look, I'm not here to judge people outside of network marketing. None of us are perfect human beings. That's again, one of the reasons I love network marketing is this is a second chance for a lot of people. For some of you guys who've done some stuff and you can't make money in other places, you can't find a job, but you turn to this industry. Well, the last thing you need to do here is mess this up too. Okay? So while you're here, you need to do this accurately. Okay? And in fact, look, I should do more of this stuff and not less. And back to what I was telling you about Adam Gant earlier. He was talking in his TED talk about organizations and the kinds of people we find in our organizations and what kind of world we are in. Basically, he summed it up, breaking it down to we have givers and takers, right? And really trying to figure out, which one are you and I? Are we givers or are we takers? Also, who's more productive in the workplace, givers or takers? Who's more helpful to the organization, givers or takers? Again, it's an excellent TED Talk. I hope you guys take a moment to check that out. And while listening to it, I discovered something that I've really always known for a while is that I'm actually a giver. If you guys haven't actually looked at my channel, there's a bunch of videos on here with information that people are charging money for. And I email my list about like, what, you guys, think I'm done giving out all this free information. Just the other day, I shot an email to my list about a gentleman. I'll just go ahead and name him, named Rob Frazier, who used to work with Top Networkers Group and who basically stole his concept for his broke man's plan from the one MLM system. When he talks about start at this level, then move to this level, this level. That's our system, you guys. That's our one MLM system. If you look through our old videos, you'll see Rob talking on some of our videos as a guest, talking about how great our system is, etc. and so on. And unfortunately, he took the information and went to go do his own thing, which again, hey, that's what people do sometimes in business. We can't stop people from doing it, but should people do that? That's the question. Like, we really have to think about how we're doing business and who we're doing business with and the kinds of people that we do business with. Are they givers or takers? A lot of people are takers. A lot of people are takers. And I love what Adam Gant said about takers. Eventually, takers end up getting punished the most because they take from so many people, and it gets to a certain point where people discover who they are, and they really go out of their way to make sure that takers can't take advantage of anybody else. This is why you see a lot of people rise in network marketing and crash and never come back because they are takers and they're taking. And in network marketing, you guys, that doesn't really work. That's how you wear your people out. That's how the industry keeps having all these issues and these challenges. That's why there's so much just instability in the industry, because we have too many takers. We have to work harder on pushing ethics, on pushing loyalty and business concepts that are more intelligent. Okay, again, I'm not saying any of this to bash or insult anybody other than this Peter Lamb guy. I'm here to insult him. This is not how you do business. If you've been reading the screen, let me break this down. I joined Craze BTC, a pretty solid opportunity, guys. If you haven't taken a look at that, I will absolutely have that link in the description for you. My sponsor is a gentleman who's doing very well in the opportunity, and apparently this guy is above us somewhere. So just the other night, two days ago now, I got this email from Peter Lamb. He's saying, "Hey, just wanted to take my time and say thank you to all who've upgraded or renewed their membership. For those who haven't renewed, thank you for past membership. And I understand how difficult it is to renew when you don't have any downline member or your downline members don't renew. So just right here in the first paragraph, I have an issue with all of this. Not only is it his horrible grammar, but the fact that he's sort of planting a seed in his own downline that, hey, this craze thing is cool, but there are some issues here. Like, we have to manually renew each month, and what if your members don't, and, all that kind of stuff, right? And again, that's not what you do in network marketing. You don't take negatives to your downline. There's an old saying that when you're up, go down. When you're down, go up. Write that down if you're new to network marketing. If you've never heard that before, that's proper etiquette. Okay, business etiquette. That matters. And what this gentleman is doing is not proper business etiquette. This is improper business etiquette from jump. He is doing the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do in business, and especially in network marketing, because you're dealing with relationships. You're dealing with other people's relationships. You're dealing with other people's business partnerships. So you have a job to do, and you can't just wing it and do as you want and act like it's all about me, me, me. No, ladies and gentlemen, when you're in this industry, if you're a leader in this industry, you have to be other people centered. See, MLM is really for givers. It's for people that want to really help other people. I mean, really and truly, this is why I am a believer in this model. But I understand that there are people in our industry that do it wrong, and this is why I exist. I have to do this stuff because if I don't tell you guys this, no one else will, and things in the industry will continue to spiral out of control. People will continue to lose faith in network marketing. There are so many people who think that they have to be good at recruiting by themselves. They don't understand that even recruiting is a team sport. Let me say that again. Even recruiting is a team sport. I promise you, the people who join network marketing companies and struggle with sponsoring are the people who never work with anyone else. They never come to meetings. They never get on calls, and if they do, because there's another kind of person. I'll talk about them next. But if they come to a call, they don't take notes. They zone out. They're really not paying attention. Generally speaking, they don't even show up. Okay, they don't ask for help ever, right? And they give up and they quit. So that type of person, not much we can do for. The other kind, they show up, but they're still not really working with the team. They log in, but they don't read anything on the page. They don't watch any of the videos. They look at the video titles. That might be you. They scroll up and down and say, "Oh wow, look at all these video titles. Look at all these subjects." Right? But they don't really um, you know, digest anything. They see the list of books, but they don't buy any of the books. They don't read any of the books. They don't apply any of the information in the books. And there's a bunch of people like that, again, who never come around to understanding that if you buy the book and read the book and apply the book and then show that you're working with others who are doing the same thing, that is what attracts people to you. I'll slow that down. That is what attracts people to you. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because in network marketing, there are people like this guy, Peter. They don't know how to recruit. That's what the guys who I was, talking about at the start. They don't know how to recruit. And that was one of the reasons that I got mad at them is because they weren't recognizing the contribution I was giving both of them. Neither one of them are doing that well in the industry right now because they don't know how to recruit and because they don't know how to teach recruiting. And again, I'm not saying that I'm doing all that well myself right now in this specific, part of business. Because to be honest, I don't have that many students right now. I don't have that many people wanting to learn from me. I have a lot of takers. And a lot of folks who want to come and learn and leave, which is fine. But what I really need to do a better job of myself is building an organization of givers. I need an organization of givers. People who are willing to give their time and even give up their ego a little bit so that we can do some things together. So for example, some of you guys, you like to do network marketing the way you like to do it. It's not working out for you. And the question is whether or not you want to align yourself with someone who can teach you how to do things the right way. That's the question that you have to answer for yourself. Meanwhile, while you're here watching this video and others, I hope you're learning that this is not how you do it. Again, when you're up, when you're feeling good, when you're having a great day, you go down. You tell the downline. You shoot an email out to your list. You throw a post up on your Facebook. You tell people how good your day is going. You let folks know about that awesome breakthrough that just happened, because again, this is going to inspire your downline. This is going to fire them up. When you're down, because we know business isn't always roses, right? When you're having a down moment, you go up. So when I'm angry or I'm upset, I'm calling an upline. Now, as an upline, sometimes that can be tiring to get all these emails and phone calls from frustrated people. But I'm going to tell you something, it comes with the territory. If you want leadership income, then you better be more than willing to take on leadership tasks and responsibilities, such as putting out fires and being ready for what comes your way. That's one of the things I like about my sponsor in Craze BTC. I've worked with a gentleman before, Mr. Damon Brooks. He's a veteran like me, okay? And when I got this email, I was ready to send some information to my downline, but said, wait a minute, let me talk to my upline first. Just to get an idea of how this gentleman even got our information in the first place. Where is he at? Is he your sponsor? Etc. So on. So it was a good conversation. Again, we talked about how this might have happened and whatnot. And we spoke about some good things and got around to the fact that when it comes down to it, people like this guy are too common right now in our industry. They just don't have ethics. He's not thinking about anyone but himself. Read the email with me. He said, after talking about how, what if your downline members don't renew? This will have a long-term bad domino effect, and I'm feeling it also, as you can see in the pics. Right now, I'm currently promoting another program. I got involved about a week ago and personally signed up 40 people and have 67 overall downline size so far. The system is very unique, and I haven't seen anything like this before. If Craze BTC wasn't limited to 3 levels, I would have had over 575 members in my overall downline size. Now, if you're reading this with me, how many times did this leader say me, I, my, me? That's a sign for those of you. If you're looking for a bad leaders are always talking about me, I, me, what me can do, what me can get. You have to be careful about following those types of people, you guys. But again, sometimes they get into our industries, they're already here. We can't stop them. But what we can do is educate one another about what to look for, what's good, what's bad. And that's what's going on here. Okay. So this is him. He gives out his link. He says, tomorrow's my birthday. Surprise me on my birthday. Come join this other business. Now, here's the problem with this. As he mentioned, he has a downline. So everyone who came into this business, all 575 of these people got there because of someone else. So to send an email out like this is disrespectful to every single person in his own downline. But the reason guys like this don't care is because they're not networkers. They're marketers. I'm gonna let you guys sink on that. And in fact, I wanted to keep this short, so I'm gonna make a part two. Let's talk more about this in just a second.